Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456 here, the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 51 of Let's Do the Diablo 3 DLC. Alright, so, like I said last time, I'm going to explain everything that I did off screen, because I've done quite a bit. But right now, we're trying to get that Bone Skewer achievement, which is to kill or damage 40 enemies in 3 seconds. So I'm on normal difficulty, and I've removed a ton of equipment, like including my main weapon, and my shoulder piece, which is different, and my shoes, which I think are also different. Yeah, I had firewalkers before. And what I wanted to do was try and gather up 40 enemies in the Fields of Misery. Here's a good group. And the reason I took off my thorns is because it will kill all of them. Now I'm on the easiest difficulty and they're still doing a lot more damage than I expected. Considering I only have my... No, I don't want to do this event. I think I've already done all the cursed events in Act 1, so I'm not going to bother. Although, it would be a decent source of enemies, but it's not consistent. Like, I need a consistent source. Why is that one not moving? So I'm going to just try and, like, move down here and gather as many enemies as I possibly can. It's actually quite hard to find, like, 40 enemies in one go. Like to gather up, yeah, 40. And I mean, you don't even need, well, you need 40, but to get them all in 3 seconds. I have the Bone Spear skill with teeth active, and that gives it a nice, like, spread. This might be close to 40, but I don't think it is yet. I'm going to just try and grab a few more. This is going well. I wonder if I'll be able to get it. It's going okay, if I can grab a few more. One time when I was trying to get this, I legitimately paused the game and counted the amount of enemies on screen. And I thought I had enough, but apparently I didn't. Okay, I think we might be approaching 40. So let's just try and get everyone together. Come on guys, everyone together. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack on all sides. Oh man, it doesn't look like 40. I'm like afraid it's not going to be 40. Alright, here we go. There we go. Nice. Bone Skewer, hooray. Okay, and now I need to kill them all, so let's just do that. I did not press circle, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now that I've done that, let's go back to the main menu and we'll do some other stuff. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain everything I did off screen, and then I will show you what I'm going to do for the last bit. I think this will probably be the last episode as well. So let's have a look. Bone Skewer is done. There it is. So the only two left, I think it's two, are kill 5,000 cursed enemies, which I got pretty close, 335 to go. 500 elite, that's going to take a while with command skeleton minions, and then completing those two would give you this. So the best way to do that is to switch your skills up to this. Death Nova with Blood Nova I like. That should be command skeletons with kill command. I currently have Army of the Dead on my circle button, but that needs to be a curse. And I have Bone Spirit with Panic Attack for the fear. Now I'm going to go over my new gear as well, so let's just quickly put that on. Oh, I was supposed to get rid of this ring, hang on. This ring is actually, I think it's changed since I last played. It's called Litany of the Undaunted. And it's part of the Legacy of Nightmares set, and it includes Litany of the Undaunted and the Wailing Host, and its set bonus is really good. While this is your only item set bonus, every ancient item you have equipped increases your damage dealt by 100% and reduces your damage taken by 4%, which means if this is your only set bonus and every single one of your items was ancient, let me read that again. Yeah, so you could actually have two ancient rings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you could have 1300% increased damage and 51%? Yeah, 51% reduced damage taken. That's gigantic. It does mean that you couldn't have any other set bonuses, but it's still good. So let's put that in the stash. It's still decent, so put that there. This is some other, like another pair of legendary gloves. It says, the first time an elite pack damages you, gain an absorb shield equal to 133% of your maximum life for 10 seconds, which is not too bad as well, but I'm not going to use it. And that's it. Okay, so now let's go over the items that I did get. So I think I actually made these. I don't know if I showed it off. Not made, sorry. Got lucky with the blood shards for these ones. But then I needed it again because I got rid of it. Oh, I used convert set item, which is in here. So what that does is it changes a current set item. So let's say, what's one that I've got for him? Rathma Skull Helm. So if I do that, it'll give me another piece of the Rathma set, which is actually really good. It costs how much? 10 Forgotten Souls, 10 Death's Breath. That's not bad. Like, that's really good, because if you're getting the same kinds of set items and you need the other ones, you can actually use that, and it's pretty good. Augment Ancient Item, I think I explained. It's basically... oh wait, Augment Ancient Item? Oh, okay. Maybe it does something else then. I thought it augmented an item to make it legendary, but I don't think that's the case. Reforge Legendary, I'm guessing just rejigs the stats on it. But yeah, I actually accidentally did something that I wish I showed off, but I can explain it. There's an item in the game called a puzzle ring. I don't think I have one. I mean, I guess, yeah, if I did, it would probably let me do it. Oh god, why do I have this? Yeah, I don't. Puzzle ring. Okay, so it's called Puzzle Ring, and it's something to do with, like, every 13 enemies... Oh, no, I think it's... there's a little treasure goblin, and it picks up items, like, normal and... or, like, white and grey items. And after it picks up 13 of them, a treasure goblin has a chance to spawn, or... No, it has a chance to drop a legendary or something. When I had the puzzle ring and I went here, the top thing on the Canized cube said question mark, question mark, question mark, and I had the puzzle ring. That's all you needed. And when I transmuted the puzzle ring, it opened up a portal to the vault, which was really cool. Only problem was I was on normal difficulty, so it was worthless. I mean, well, not worthless, but I could have had a really good chance for some decent legendaries if I had done it on a harder difficulty. So that kind of sucked, but that's okay. So this, actually I just need to change my powers. Deathwatch Mantle, and there. Okay, so I'm going to go over my entire set. I can't believe, like, I stumbled upon this really decent set. So I'm trying to work on it. There's only a few issues with it. So this is the set bonuses that I have. I currently only have 3 pieces of Bones of Rathma, but I have the 4-piece set bonus because of my Leorix, no? Is it this one? Oh, sorry, because of my Ring of Royal Grandeur, which is a power that I have right now. So it reduces the number of items needed for set bonuses by 1 to a minimum of 2. So I have the 2-piece and the 4-piece set bonus. It says your minions have a chance to reduce the cooldown of Army of the Dead by 1 second each time they deal damage, which is really good because Army of the Dead has a 2-minute cooldown. So every time they deal damage, they have a chance to reduce that by 1 second, which is pretty good. And then its 4 pieces, you gain 1% damage reduction for 15 seconds each time one of your minions deals damage, maximum 50 stacks, which is excellent as well. Now the last one is really good too. Each active skeletal mage increases the damage of your minions and Army of the Dead by 625% up to a maximum of 2,500%, which is insane, right? Unfortunately, I would need 2 more pieces of Bones of Rathma, either the shoulders and the chest, or the shoulders and the head, or the chest and the head, or the shoulders, yeah, I think that's, wait, shoulders, head, shoulders, chest, head, yeah, those are the only combinations. So I'd need those to activate that. However, my headpiece is really good too. I've changed the gem in there. I think I had an experience gem. I decided to go with the life gem, so I could have more survivability, so I get 23% life. I think that's the best gem you can put in there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's the best one. Flawless Royal Amethyst. Wait, what does that say? Okay. So that gives me 23% life. It also has an ability that says attacks release a poison nova that deals 397% as weapon damage as poison to enemies within 10 yards. Got a pretty low roll there, but that's okay. I also have this. Now this is an interesting one. This is the one that's throwing me off a little bit because it says, while in Land of the Dead, Command Skeletons gains the effect of all runes and deals 109% additional damage. Now, Land of the Dead is a really good ability as well. What it does is it lets you use all your corpse skills at will, and the corpse skills, especially the one that I've got currently selected, is Corpse Lance. This thing does damage like crazy, and I will show you. So when you use Land of the Dead, it's insane. But the problem is I can't decide between Army of the Dead and Land of the Dead because I have both of those options. I have Rathma's Macabre Vampraces, which gives, the minions reduce the cooldown of Army of the Dead. And I also have this, which is really good for Land of the Dead. If the Rathma's Vampraces reduced that for Land of the Dead, I'd actually be, like, ecstatic. What else have I got? I've actually still got this. I realize this is a level 61, so I need to change this. Actually being immune to Desecrator, Molten, and Plagued like I was a little bit earlier is really good, but I can't afford to use that at the moment. I mean, I could change maybe the legs. What have I got on my legs? Oh, no, I can't, yeah. So I can't really afford to use that, but it would be nice to have as well. I'm still using these. I think I showed these off. I think I somehow upgraded a pair of previous legendaries to, it was like a rare, and it upgraded to this, which I was really happy about. I like having that short burst of speed. It's very useful to get out of sticky situations. I currently have Leoric's Signet. That's actually probably not the best ring I could have there. That's another thing I could change. I'm sure there's a much better ring I could be using. So that's probably a weakness in my armor. Now here I have a legendary gem in this ring. You can only put legendary gems in rings and amulets. So I've got the gem of Efficacious Toxin, and I've finally managed to get it to rank 25, as well as the other gem that I was working on as well. My character is good enough now that I can actually take down Greater Rifts a lot higher than I think I've ever been able to, and it made it a lot easier to upgrade the gem. It had like a 60% chance at the end, so I was like, yes. So what this does is it poisons all enemies hit for 3,250% weapon damage over 10 seconds, and all enemies you poison take 10% increased damage from all sources and deal 10% less damage. That's the effect that you get from ranking it up to 25. And then finally, it also gives me the gain 52% increased movement speed for 4 seconds after fearing an enemy. That's the one that actually came with the ring in the first place. It also has a 3.2% chance to fear on hit, like it adds that to my skills, which is really good because I need to be able to fear. And my main staff, enemies occasionally flee at the sight of this staff, also fears enemies. So every so often I'll just gain 52% increased movement speed for 4 seconds. There you go, you could see it there, that big skull. I think I've mentioned that before. Here are the shoes, they're pretty good too. All I did was change the... no, it's a primary skill. I changed it to Death Nova damage because I like having the Death Nova with Blood Nova. Death Nova, Blood Nova. So I wanted to increase that damage. The legs, I don't think I changed anything on the legs. They were pretty perfect. I mean, I could change the armor to something else, like more damage, but I decided to, you got to kind of have a balance. You want to be strong, but you have to have a balance. The belt is the next thing I want to get rid of, because, I could get rid of so far the main things I can get rid of are the Leoric's Signet, this amulet, and this belt. I was trying to get enough blood shards to spam belts on the Kadala at the Blood Merchant over here to see if there was something for necromancers with a really good ability, and I'm sure there is. I just haven't got it yet. It's something that would be conducive to my build. But yeah, it's while I'm waiting, this is a good belt. The staff, as we've talked about, is already amazing. I think it might be missing. I mean, I could change like chance to deal 22% area damage on hit to like critical or to a socket, which actually might not be a bad idea because currently my critical hit chance is 30.50% and my critical hit damage is only 228%, and I said it should be about 10 times what you got here. So it actually could be worthwhile doing that. What else? Gloves we've gone over. Oh, and finally the pièce de résistance. Corpse Whisper Pauldrons. These things increase the damage of my Corpse Lance. Corpse Lance damage is increased by 30%, which I think is the maximum roll, by the way. Yeah, for 3 seconds when you consume a corpse. And trust me, that happens a lot. So, and I also increase the Corpse Lance damage by enchanting that item. You can see with the little swirly thing at the bottom there. So when I got that, I was like, that's crazy, crazy good. So like I said, my build is really good right now, or it's, you know, it's quite good, and I'll prove it in just a second. Another thing I forgot to say was, as I was completing the bounties, actually I didn't forget, I just didn't realize this was the case. As I was completing bounties on, I think it was master difficulty, I was getting three of those special, these ones here, Kandaran Rune, Caldeum Nightshade, Ariat War Tapestry, Corrupted Angel Flesh, and Westmarch Holy Water from the different acts. I was getting like 3 of them. As soon as I went to Torment, I was getting 6 of them. I don't know how much you get for Torment 2, but you get so much more when you complete, you know, do the bounties in harder difficulties, which, you know, makes sense. I also managed to increase my blood shards up to 740 now as a maximum, because I've done, I've made my character quite strong. And is that all? I want to show off my powers here. I've still got Mad Monarch's Scepter. After killing 10 enemies, you release a Poison Nova that deals 1400% weapon damage as poison to enemies within 30 yards. The Death Watch Mantle has a 35% chance to explode in a fan of knives for 750 to 950% weapon damage when hit. So those are good area of effect spells, and we've talked about the Ring of Royal Grandeur already. My passive skills are also pretty decent. Fueled by Death, consuming a corpse increases your movement speed by 3% for 5 seconds. This effect can stack up to 10 times. This one doesn't seem like it affects that much, but it's there and it's pretty useful, and trust me, none of the others are like really that good. Swift Harvesting increases the attack speed of Bone Spikes, Siphon Blood, and Grim Scythe, which I'm using Siphon Blood out of those, and that's really good. Makes it really fast. Overwhelming Essence just increases my maximum essence by 40. This is something that I could probably change, but I'll show you the rest, and I mean, you guys can be the judge. And Blood is Power. Now this is an interesting one. After cumulatively losing 100% of your maximum life, remember cumulative being the operative word, all ability cooldowns are reduced by 20%. This effect cannot reduce an ability's cooldown more than once for each time that ability is used. So what that means is that the only ability that I have currently on that has a cooldown, or at least one worth, affecting, is Army of the Dead. And I'm already reducing that by using Rathmas and having the minions attack. So having that reduce it by another 20% is really good, because 2 minutes reducing it by 20% is, a fifth of that off, which would be 25. 20, no, 20, it would be 20, yeah, 20. So it's 20? No, 20, 22? Should be 22 seconds, I think that's right. Yeah, that's pretty good. So these are the other passive skills. You cannot lose life for 4 seconds after using Land of the Dead, Army of the Dead, or Simulacrum. That's okay. 4 seconds is a lot, but I don't know if it's worth using that. It's a good like survival. It's an oh crap button. It says after using it, so I don't know if like you use, let's say because Army of the Dead and Land of the Dead, I'm sure Simulacrum is the same. Last for a few seconds, and then because it says after, so you probably have to, like, if you were about to die and you use Army of the Dead to kind of like save you with this passive, you'd still have to wait a little bit. Blood for Blood. Picking up a health globe removes the health cost of the next blood spell. This effect can stack up to 10 times. I don't think that using Blood Nova, like, it reduces my health, but I don't think it's enough to warrant like changing any of the ones I'm using. Your minions gain 200% of your thorns. I don't have enough thorns to make that worthwhile. Bone Spikes, Bone Spear, and Bone Spirit deal 1% increased damage for every 1.5 yards from you, up to a maximum of 20%. I don't think, like, I only use Bone Spirit out of that, and I don't think it's worth putting it on just for, 20% increased damage, even though Bone Spirit does do a lot of damage, so it'd be alright. It's too situational. Draw life, increase your life regeneration by 10% for each enemy within 20 yards. That's good to survive. Grizzly Tribute, you are healed for 10% of your life on hit when one of your minions hits an enemy. That's pretty good because they're always hitting, so that's another survival one. Final Service, when you take lethal damage, you are sustained, preventing all damage for 4 seconds. In addition, all minions are consumed to heal you for 10% of your life. This effect cannot occur more than once every 60 seconds. Let me read that again. Lethal damage. Okay, so it's like a second chance basically. Your curses cost 50% less essence and last forever. I'm not using curses in my build. Receive a 1% damage bonus for each enemy afflicted by one of your curses. Not using damage. While using a scythe, I'm not using a scythe. Poison abilities also slow enemies by 30% and reduce their attack speed by 30% for 5 seconds. Now that's a good one because I have a lot of poison abilities. And before I forget, I want to go over the fact that my braces here also add 20% to poison skill damage, and I have a ton of poison going on with Andariel's Visage and Mad Monarch Scepter. Is there another thing? Yeah, the Gem of Efficacious Toxin. Like, there's a lot of poison damage going on. I think even, yeah, Bone Spirit is poison, Kill Command is poison, and Siphon Blood is poison. So it's, yeah, a lot of poison damage going on. What else is left? I'm not using Skeletal Mage or Revive. There's no point in reducing the essence cost of command skeletons. I don't need enemies trapped in a bone prison. Don't need more armor, especially since it gets reduced by the minions that I'm using. This would be if you're not using minions. And this one's okay. Consuming a corpse has a 20% chance to spawn a health globe. I'm consuming a lot of corpses as I go, but I don't think it's worth it. So that's my build. I actually thought I'd have a little bit more time than I have to show it off. So maybe this won't be the last episode. I think what I'm going to do is I will now go off screen and I'll work on just finishing off that curses and where is it? Curses and skeleton crew achievements, 103 and 335. So I'll do, like, I'll farm that off screen, and then just before I hit it, I'll show you to end this episode, and then the next episode I'll show you maybe a few more greater rifts and demonstrate how my build works. And yeah, again, I'm really happy that like it actually turned out quite decent. I didn't think it would be this good because my other ones, like literally my other characters have twice, almost 3 times the attack of this character, and even though I haven't played them for a while, if they're still only taking out like the like Torment 3 stuff, like it's pretty incredible. The only downside to this build is it's like it works really well only in like greater rifts and stuff because there's just so many enemies. So this is what I got up to. So 26 I haven't done, but look, Torment 6. And even though there's a ton of more torments above Torment 6, that's here, like, I got pretty close. I got, more than halfway, which is cool. It actually used to stop at Torment 6, so I feel like they made more difficulties and made other ones easier, but I can't be sure. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it like that, and I'll go get the Curse Your Enthusiasm and, what's the other one called again? Something elite, no, something, I forget, I'll have a look. Skeleton crew achievements near to the end, and show you that, and then we'll finish it, and next episode I'll show you some greater rifts. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back for a little bit. I'm here in the battlefield. I'm just doing Act 3's, what are they called? Bounties. I'm quite close now to Curse Your Enthusiasm. I've got 7 to go. I haven't really done, I think I did 2 of these since last time, but I thought I'd concentrate on Curse Your Enthusiasm first. And I think I'll do things a little differently. I'm going to show Curse Your Enthusiasm, then I'll probably end the episode. And then now, there we go.
I cannot do that.
Curse Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, so I'll probably just quickly knock out this bounty, then I'll end the episode. And then next time I'll show you how my build works in the Greater Rifts, and then I'll probably just like squeeze in the skeleton crew achievement as well. I mean, I'll be working towards it regardless, but I'll squeeze it in right at the end. I'm just going to change my ability. See, right now I want my ability, I'll change it to my curses to like Army of the Dead, I guess. Which one is the best one? This one here, Dead Storm. I like Dead Storm. They like appear around my character and just demolish everything. Let's see if I can quickly show you. I would be able to show you the Siegebreaker Assault Beast. You know what? I'll go to the Siegebreaker Assault Beast. I'll take him down. Or like I'll get the fight started. I'll come back and show you how much damage it does to him. So I'll bear back. Okay, I'm back. Let's take him down. See how quickly I can do this. And goodbye. It's doing a heap of damage. That was like without even using my secondary skills. Maybe one or two.
The beast is slain.
But yeah, he got destroyed. And also Bone Spirit is ridiculously powerful. But yeah, that's just that. Okay, so now I'm going to... Well, actually, I'm going to keep doing this bounty thing off screen. And then next time I will show you what I said. So I want to thank you all for watching episode 50... Oh no, don't get this wrong. 51, right? Hang on, let me think. Yeah, 51. 51 of Let's Do the Diablo 3 DLC. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates. And I'll see you next time.